then
on the community, like yesterday's situation with the crazy guy.
Can't get involved in stuff like that.
See,
That's
now we know.
Cannot get involved in stuff like that because again, that's the reason why we have the police department. That's what's their job.
There's a SWAT team.
But if he was a threat to them, would you guys come?
But again, if he was a threat to them and I had an opportunity, I'd be doing so as a civilian, not as a National Guard soldier. You know, that's
It doesn't take too long. You have to get permission from the government. What do the National Guard people do like to help the community? Like how do you guys help them? In what situation? What have you guys done?
What has Yuma done? Oh man. You know, I would have to sit down and actually get a list of all the things.
Like
Myself,
basic things, though?
myself personally, I'm a volunteer teacher in the district. I taught a semester at COFA because they had a shortage of teachers. We have Sergeant Villanes and his team. They go around to the elementary schools and the junior highs, and they do the drug demand reduction. They hold camps constantly of taking at-risk youth to these different camps, especially the ones that have already been charged with gang-related crimes, and they take them in and they take them out of the community and they put them in these training camps. Let's see, from you got all the stuff that goes. There's so many things that goes on. Like I said, I'd have to sit down and get a list of every single thing that we do for the community.
You guys have any main events you guys do every year, like every annual events you guys?
Like host an event for the community.
You know, as far as hosting an event, we've been talking about doing open houses, but our problem is that the 855, it's just been me and Dempsey for about the past 15 months because the 855 has been in Iraq. So they got back and they just started back in February. So we've been talking about doing open houses and stuff like that, but for the most part, we just don't have the personnel that's out there necessary to be able to do a big event like that.
Because we were kind of thinking of putting a calendar for like events that you guys would be doing.
Job
maybe
fairs.
us updating it. We could update or you could have.
Most of the job fairs, I mean, we're anytime YPIC does a job fair, we're involved with that. Then we also do the one that
Library.
yeah, the
College.
Goodwill does one.
There's the
College
Western.
does one. They do it.
Also, what page is it that we have a little scroll on?
On that page.
On this page? Oh yeah.
Another thing on the calendar though is like this is the hardest thing. Okay, we do an ASVAB test at the Armory. It's the 2nd and the 4th Wednesday of every month at 4 o'clock.
That'd be important.
But you have to show up
Wednesday
the 2nd and the 4th Wednesday of every month.
at 4 o'clock.
And if you show up at 4, you are late because the door's shut. So if you got to show up, you show up at
3:30.
3 and 3:30 in order to get in and take the test. But the test starts at 4. So, but that's every single month that test is going on. And then let's see. What else?
They don't do anything like a Toys for Tots, like the.
No, that's the Marines. Marines do that. We do a each year it depends. It kind of rotates. Like Second Harvest comes out. They set up.
What is Second Harvest?
Second Harvest is they're the organization that will find. I think they get it from the Chamber of Commerce. They get a list of families that live below the poverty line in Yuma, and then they collect food and.
It's like commodities.
They send like a message to that family and say, hey, come by the Armory, and then they have like groceries for them. Then there's another organization
Kind of
that
like a
comes.
food drive thing?
Yeah, kind of like a food drive.
Those are called commodities because the Indians get that.
Really?
Yeah, and like I always see at churches they have like big old loads of food and they're giving them to people.
Yeah, that's Second Harvest, and then there's can't think of the other organization, but they do that at Christmas time with the kids. They don't call it Toys for Tots. It's like I said, that's Marines trademark. It's kind of their thing. We do I don't know. I have to make up a name. They do a thing for the kids at Christmas time.
Okay.
A few other things we're thinking meetings do you guys have? Like,
Camouflage youth ones.
yeah, an estimated number.
Only
Just
one.
one?
Is it the
So,
digital?
right.
Yeah,
Would
okay.
that
The
be,
one that's
would it be cool if we would have that as the background?
It's fine.
Because we actually have